It's Dave Jones once again for Punch Out Boxing. Pleased to be joined by one of Birmingham's finest, Shakan Pitters. How are you, mate? Like I said off camera, it's been a hell of a long time. I think last you were out in action, it's been about a year now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a year, literally. Been a year.
Yeah, I
Been a
mean,
year. It's I think a lot of obviously Riyadh season's taken over. I'm currently just doing my own thing as a free agent, but we'll see how the future is for me, whether I stay that way or whether I do want to join some promotional company. We'll see.
yeah, I mean, since the valiant effort against Dan Aziz, you've had two wins back to back, and then
Mm,
yeah, it's just been a bit of a quiet year. However, for people that do follow boxing and people that do know the sport, you've got a potential EBU light heavyweight championship contest which has gone to Perth
yeah.
the Tuft against the Tuft, sorry, Daniel Dos Santos Blender, who's only been stopped once in his whole career by Joshua Boazzi. How did this fight come about? I mean, it's a good fight, isn't it, on paper? It's a cracking fight for you to get back into it.
Yeah, that's what I need, man. It's the fight I need, about that I need, obviously, and then with that bout comes targets. I love being a target. I don't mind being a target. It's a good division, man, and I want to obviously get back in the mix and establish myself back as a force in it because I definitely am a force. It's just obviously a lot of things are going on with certain issues or whatever. But yeah, I'm using my time though. I'm working. I'm honestly working in the gym. I'm in the gym all the time, working, doing things. So with this time, I've not looked at it as anything negative. I've looked at it as a time to work on every aspect, strength, speed, all kind of other things, you know what I mean? My agility work, loads of things. So I'm coming back strong.
I mean, in regards to the potential opponent, and like I said as well, it's a cracking fight to get back into things. He comes with an impressive record as well, doesn't it? So it's not a case of you're having another step up. You're getting straight back into it. I mean, what have you seen of him? Because clearly you've probably started studying now, I suppose, haven't you? You and your coaches.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has been my coaches. I think I only seen the fight when he did lose to Boazzi. But like all opponents, I give them, that due respect. I'm feeling like I'm going in there with the best version of him or whatever that may be, but I've got to prepare for the best. So I train like I'm fighting any champion in my division. Every fight is my world title fight to hopefully move towards that direction. So yeah, for me, I'll just be training as I train. There's no time to sit down and, wait on things. I just get things cracking literally in the gym. I'm just at it, man.
And looking at some of your opponents as well, I mean, the British light heavyweight scene, you're pretty much in the mix, if I'm being honest. I mean, Craig Richards, I mean, he lost to Willie Hutchinson. Dan Aziz, unfortunately, he lost as well. Joshua Boazzi's doing his own thing. So you're pretty much into it as well, aren't you? I mean, in terms of the mix of the people that you've been in with.
Yeah, it's a striving division. I only want to fight the best, and that's what I aim to do. Well, not even the best because I still believe, obviously, me, I'm there. I want to be fighting people who, on paper they feel possibly will beat me. On paper they feel, oh, this person is striving. I know my abilities. I ain't slowing down at all. I feel like boxing's very critical to look at someone's age. Yes, I'm older. I've taken less punishment than a lot of these boxers. And again, I'm still a work in progress. I'm still working, and yeah, I just want to be in good fights, fights that you know I'm gonna be challenged. I'm putting myself in there. I do this sport. I want to do this sport as I do my way, as challenging myself and fighting the best. I want to be in good fights. I don't want to be fighting people you're expected to blow over.
And you mentioned age there. I mean, look what happened over the weekend with Beterbiev and Bivol. That's a prime example, isn't it? Someone who's late 30s and putting on a stunning performance like he did. I mean, regardless of what the scorecards were, and Did you
Yeah.
feel that the right man won on the night, or did you watch it with Bivol in mind, saying he won? How did you?
I For me, I loved watching both of them. I think they're both great boxers. They're elite level. Bivol, they both done impressive work, but obviously I was more impressed with like how Bivol controlled the ring, his ring generalship as well. But obviously, same thing to Better BF. His ring generalship was good. Bivol was moving very well. He didn't allow Beterbiev and Beterbiev in the first. In the early rounds to sit on his punches and land them telling pound shots and showed a good example of a boxer versus a puncher. He was on a move, he was hitting on a move at angles and everything. So there's a lot of impressive work there. But honestly, I wouldn't have argued either way who won it. I think they're both great athletes and they're both it was a great watch to watch.
Yeah, it was an excellent fight, wasn't it? And no doubt they'll probably do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you were linked
It
before.
would it would
Yeah,
it
sorry.
would be interesting to see him. No, it's okay. It'd be interesting to see them doing it again. I think also with Bivol, he let himself down in the sense of the last, like, say, 10, 20 seconds in rounds. That's when he wasn't moving his feet. Then obviously, it's easier said than done, of course it is. But then that's when Better BF was teeing off on him, and he finished strong in a lot of the rounds. So they may have been, in the eyes of the judges, they may have been a more telling factor. That obviously Better BF was more the aggressor, and he was, finishing strong in a lot of the rounds. But it was a very close fight. As I said, could have gone either way. So there's no right or wrong person who won that fight. I think they both done great work, and whoever won, arguably, deserved it. The both was like winners on that day. And it could have went anywhere.
And it wasn't for me when I watched it, and I've watched it twice. I didn't think it was a robbery. I think it was, there's been robberies in the sport. I mean, when we look at fights like Robin Reed versus Sven Otka, for example, and Lewis
Yeah,
Evander Holyfield won, that was a clear, robbery.
yeah,
Should we just say? I mean, I didn't feel it was a robbery. I think you're absolutely bang on. I mean, if the result went to Bivol, I wouldn't have argued
mm,
either way. But one of the things I was going to ask you as well, you've been linked with you're a free agent at the moment, and you've had fights with, when it was Hennessy doing things on Channel 5. You've
mm,
Sky Sports with Boxer. Boxer's now working with Riyadh Season and Turkey El Sheikh as well. Uh,
yeah.
so on the back of your mind, is it a case of, right, I'm just gonna have the best performance ever against Daniel Blender, the Santos, and then get my name out there for Riyadh Season? Is that the goal, Riyadh Season, or?
Yeah, that's it, man. You've hit the nail on the head there. You know what I mean? I think obviously I've got to not just win. I got to look great doing it, and I got to do it in spectacular fashion. Um, I'm not planning for a. Obviously, I'll train hard for a 12 round fight, but I'm seriously looking to get him out there. And while I do that, that's what these promoters want to see. I think that send a good message within my division. And yeah, Riyadh season definitely where it's at, man. I think it's great for boxing. It's very entertaining. They're putting on great fights. They're obviously paying good money, and I think that's where it's at.
Yeah, well, I mean, it'll be a change from Birmingham to there, but yeah, it'll
Yeah,
be excellent to get you down there. A lot
yeah.
of controversy's been called this week, and certainly last week as well, with what happened with the Ben Whittaker fight, the end of that. I know you're
Mm.
close with Ben, and potentially could be a future opponent down the road. How did you see that whole incident when it occurred with Liam Cameron?
Um, I feel like obviously Ben started off a bit stronger in the rounds. Liam Cameron then was like kind of he was finishing strong. He was boxing well as well. I feel like for Ben, he obviously ain't going to be happy with that performance, weren't his best performance. And it happens in boxing. We have our times where things just literally you get in the ring and some things probably don't work out. Even fights I've won, I've not been happy secretly in my head because like there's certain things I know I've been working on what could have been better. But I'm sure obviously he's frustrated. It's one of those. It comes with the territory, though. As far as we expose ourselves to a lot of criticism, and obviously Ben's going to get a lot of it because he's in the light right now. And obviously being bigged up big by Boxer, promoted big by them. So he's gonna have a lot of that. It's crazy, isn't it? Like you never really them top ropes and you type tightening or something. You never really see that in boxing, fighting
No.
going over the ropes and that. And they looked a bit low, so I'm kind of worried if I was in that ring, like what would happen, you know? But it's one of those. He did look like he was Liam Cameron did look like he was coming on strong. And obviously that's always going to be the argument in the public. And Ben weren't having his best performance. So I think for him, with everything what's going on, and not knowing everything, only him and his team know what went down, and him himself know that went down with the injury. That's for them to speculate. But I just think he needs to possibly take a little holiday, heal up, and then come back stronger and run it back with Liam. I think Liam definitely deserves his opportunity again. Um, because it was a fight what I'm sure the public would want to see again. And yeah, see how they get on in the second one.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting fight. I mean, for yourself,
Mm,
and first bids, like I said, 23rd of October, that's the deadline. The fight could potentially
mm,
be made this year. What's next then? Because if you are European champion, you're gonna definitely have a target on your back. Maybe the young guns might be
mm.
coming for you. Is it definitely world titles then in 2025 if you do come out the victor for the European title?
Them young guns need to stay in their lane, man. They stay in their lane. But nah, for me, definitely after the European title, I want to push on. And anyone who's within, a good ranking within the world scene, all these people with titles, that's what I'm after. That's what I want. Fights what are gonna always excel me and push me. That's what I want. I don't need, easy defenses or whatever. Like, and I love, like I said, the fact that the thing is, like, with my career early on, I had a target on my back. In my first 3 years, I think or so, no, my first 4 years. By then, I was already British champion. So and I won obviously so many titles coming up. So I've used to that. People wanting, these bouts, that bouts. Not really anyone's really called me out like that, but like I'm used to people probably obviously wanting to come to that towards my way for what I have. So yeah, it'd be interesting now when I do get this European title, who's going to come forward? Because a lot of people have not won, even the British who were in the top 10 scene, um, let alone the European. So when I do have this, I'll be open for all calls, and definitely Riyadh season will be the target. I think it'd be great to box out there and you know, bring my fans out there as well.
It'd be good to see the Birmingham Midlands Massive out there in Riyadh enjoying it. But before I let you
That's
go,
it,
give
man.
us your prediction on a massive fight, December 21st, the rematch, Usyk versus Fury. Let's get it right, Usyk versus Fury 2. How do you see that one going down? Do you think Tyson Fury gets revenge, or will it be repeat performance for Usyk?
Generally, honestly, I couldn't call it, and that's me honestly. But I will say these factors: the fact that Usyk has hurt Tyson, and he can he does outbox Tyson. Um, Swings it more, the odds more in his favor for sure. I think when Tyson went for it, and again with these kind of things, you have to be extremely fit for this. But when he went for it, he hurt Usyk, but Usyk showed his strength. He survived that raft, and he was able to turn it back around on Tyson and come with his own shots and win. But um, it all depends. I feel like Tyson's a fighter where he has to be right mentally as well. He's obviously publicly spoke about his mental health issues and things like that, but I think he needs to be in the right place. Um, and he's got to kind of go for that kill like that Deontay Wilder style. You know what I mean? He's got to be fearless and go for it. Yeah, you leave yourself exposed at certain points, but I think early in the rounds, how he was boxing was well. He really kept him long. But then Usyk, with his footwork, feinting the head movement, allowed himself to close that gap really quickly and getting close with Tyson. So I'd imagine fighting Usyk, you exert a lot of energy, but I think Fury needs to stay disciplined, stick to his boxing early on in the rounds, and then literally, stick it on Usyk, stick it on Usyk, and up and down work, body, head, body, knees, anything. But
Yeah,
yeah, it'd be interesting. I don't know, man. Like I could sit here and say Usyk, I could sit here and to say Tyson, but they both got strengths what they need to work towards. But going in there, obviously you swing more in the favor of Usyk, and he's got that confidence and everything there. But bearing in mind, I still think it was a close fight, even
it
though
was, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Tyson lost. It was the knock, yeah, it was the knockdown. It was the knockdown that actually more or less cost him the fight. Um, so if he can obviously erase that, not Usyk down, easier said than done, and use his strengths, then you'd go with Tyson on it. But I hope it as a British fighter for him, I hope he does it. But yeah, it's genuinely again another one where I'd probably say Tyson today or Usyk today, and I'll change my mind, just like how it was with Batavia.
You never know. You could be on the card. Yeah, Riyadh season. You never know. Or next year they might put you
I'd
on.
love to.
This
I'd
is
love to, man. I'll bring the storm for sure, man. If I'm on that card, I'd love it. But definitely with this European bout, it's a proper big significant bout to have. So yeah, of course there's many good fights made in the light heavyweight division on various promotions. So and all the promoters are working with Riyadh season now with Turkey Al Sheikh. So it should be good. I'll be looking forward to the phone blowing. But as I said, man, I've got to focus on Daniel in front of me and get the job done.
good stuff, Shakan. All the best, mate, from Punch Out Boxing. We will definitely catch up with you soon, and hopefully be
Yeah,
there once the fight's been announced as well with a date.
definitely, man. It's good seeing you and I appreciate your time.
Take care, man.
Yeah, and you take care.